Hey y'all, we are hanging with the Hunns here in beautiful Withlacoochee River Park.
Yeah.
Did I say it right the first time? Yes!
Shade City.
At Peace, Love, and Vans 2026. And we are here with Steve McAlphabet, or AKA Steve McAllister. And real quick, we'll just tell you how we found out about you. So before we found out about this, or when we found out about the festival, we were wanting to do like mini pods like this with musicians and other artists and things like that. So I looked up all the musicians and I saw you, and I looked up your YouTube page, and I was like, okay, we got to get a hold of this guy. And then pretty much at the same time, she's like, oh, there's a really cool guy there. He does poetry. And basically it's like spur of the moment. You just tell him a little about yourself, and he does these awesome poems. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to get him too. And so when we came out here, like, I didn't even put it together until I think after we got our poem, and you were telling us about everything you do, and then you were like, oh yeah, I'm playing at the Leafy Lounge, and I'm like, wait a minute. And it clicked, and I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, you're amazing. I love you, man. And
That's what it was. We saw you with the typewriter, and I was like, oh, that's the guy who does the poems. And that's when we wanted to talk to you about doing one for us. And then you said and when you said you were going to be playing, I was like, what? So you do poems and you're a musician, and then there's even more. So I mean, you have a great story that we want to hear. So
yeah. So we're going to let you tell your story, and we're happy to have you here with us. So
so those are two things that I do. I also I'm finishing my 13th book right now called Jesus Said Stuff, revisiting the red letters of Christ. So doing that, and I have other books called Money, Sex, Power, and Faith, and I have an economics book about ABC squared economics, and I also do a one-man show based on Will Rogers as well, who 100 years ago was the biggest celebrity of his time, and the few people today remember anything about him. But 100 years ago, he was stage, screen, radio, print, and he was the only person to ever speak at both the Democratic and Republican conventions. So when I discovered that, I was like, we really need to remember what this guy had to say 100 years ago. So I created my own one-man show, which was a hard sell, because nobody knows who the guy was. Right. But also in 1928, the same year he spoke at those conventions, Life magazine was a humor magazine then, and they created the anti-bunk party to get the bunk out of politics. You know what bunk is, right?
No, actually, the first time I heard about this was when you brought it up.
Yeah, we call it BS today, basically. Yeah, but that's the bunk. Get the bunk out of politics.
Okay.
So, whenever any politician speaks, you pretty much be safe saying, that's a bunch of bunk.
right.
That's what it means. Anyway, so they nominated him as their presidential candidate. And, of course, when he didn't win, he said we were just 100 years ahead of times. So now I got this one-man show based on his writings, and I got 2028 coming up fast, and we got a lot of bunk we need to get out of there. So yeah, I've been like really dreaming more about anything. How do I do this run for president and all that? So that's kind of what I'm shooting for the next year or so, is to be able to motorcycle to all 48 contiguous states again, because I've already done it once.
Yeah, wow.
And to do that again, and then also integrate these performances of music, of Will Rogers, have talks about Jesus, and whatever else we can come up with, and then write poetry along the way. So
Amazing.
anything that I can
it.
do, I'm going to do, and I'm just going to travel and see where I show up.
So is the 48 states going to be a campaign trail kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
pretty much.
Amazing.
So I want to see if I can get people.
Oh,
would you be interested in the anti-bunk party?
Of course.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, I would
yes,
think
that's
so.
amazing.
I mean,
President motorcycling. Oh yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
reminds me of the movie. What's the motorcycle movie from the 70s?
Easy Rider?
Yeah.
Easy Rider?
I don't know why that comes to mind. I was just like,
They were definitely not running for president.
No.
It just made me think of that.
No, they weren't. No, but I mean, these last few years, I've had a love-hate relationship with social media, and kind of like,
Right.
this is my journey, and so I was like, it's kind of mine, and I didn't want to share every little bit on video. And in a place like this, you find out it's a pain in the butt to upload all this stuff, and you're doing it all yourself and everything. And I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to just have my ride.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and now I'm like, okay, now I want a more communicative experience, and so I'll be launching a bigger, bolder campaign, basically, this whole thing. It's how do we rethink what we're doing, because what we're doing right now is not working.
Right?
I have a lot of ideas on that based on what Will Rogers said 100 years ago, and I think people should be remembered about that. Which is why I think we also need to remember what Jesus said.
Yes.
Theoretically, supposedly.
Amen to
And
that.
so
yes.
that's why I'm, reiterating these are my two the biggest influences in my life, for Jesus and Will Rogers. Where we go from there, let's figure that out. But
Well, we definitely have Jesus, but we're gonna have to look up the Will Rogers a little bit,
definitely.
because that's a
I feel like that name sounds so familiar,
right.
but I'm.
Well, a lot of people associate him with
cowboy,
Roy
right?
Rogers.
Oh no,
Okay,
that's what I just
the
did.
one.
That's what I just did.
Because Will Rogers was the cowboy. He was king of the Cowboys.
Okay.
And then he died in 1935 in a plane crash because he also loved to fly. So later on, a guy named Leonard Sly came to Hollywood. A really great voice, a wonderful singer, handsome guy. But Leonard Sly is not a very good cowboy name. So Republic Pictures decided to say, who's king of the Cowboys? Is Will Rogers. And they're like, okay, who's the king? Roy is royal for, word royal is where the French get that word. So Roy Rogers was named after Will Rogers.
There
and
you
became
go.
king.
Well,
Okay.
makes
king
sense
of
now.
So, yeah.
That's the history there. So now you
That's
know.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, but his
Learned
real
so
name
much.
is Leonard Sly. I
Leonard
don't think that would have
Sly.
sold as well as Roy
I mean,
Rogers.
I like that name.
Yeah, it's a good name. Yeah.
So
So you just put me on the spot.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Literally put you on the spot.
Pointing
So you're also a songwriter.
Yeah.
We got your song from the Leafy Lounge. I got the whole. I recorded the whole thing.
Oh, you did? Good.
So yeah, I'll attach that to
Please
this
do.
video. And and it's funny how you mentioned how you're doing your thing, chilling, living your life, and other people are doing the legwork, as the media and stuff for you. And that's great, because that's when we found you. I was really trying to find like a YouTube channel, and I know you have one, but there's like so many other ones that have little, you on the typewriter and doing poetry and then singing. I'm like, so that's your plan is working out great.
I don't know if that's a plan.
Well,
That's
no,
just
it's a
dumb
good
luck
one.
Riding whatever happens.
No, it's good.
I think there's a certain flow that happens when you're
Yeah.
just doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
life
you're
does
doing
flow
good
like that. Yeah, it does flow like that. Yeah, so I haven't quite made myself a YouTuber yet where I can do it consistently, because I've never done anything.
Quiet on the set.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never been able to do anything consistently. So I have a attention deficit hyperactivity disorder to, wear that
Same.
badge. So I can say, yeah, this
Yeah.
is the way I am,
Yeah.
But I don't have the hyperactive component, but I'm way
Me neither.
ADD, way ADD all the
Yeah.
time. And that's fine. It's worked out actually pretty well for me in a lot of regards, and not so well in other regards. But you got to. That's life. You got to
Find that good balance.
take what you like and let go of what you don't, and
Yeah.
enjoy what you got. So,
Exactly.
so I appreciate that I make it in other people's stuff. And
Yeah,
that's,
it's great.
That's really what I want more, is to be able to go and talk, and find other podcasts with people who are interested in talking about new ways of doing things, or doing things that nobody's ever done before, or
Yeah.
Right.
whatever it is, and all the topics I have to discuss, and just talk with other people. But I did a radio show for about a year or so, a decade or so ago, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed getting the guests, and I had a lot of authors and stuff join me. But yeah, I'd like to go talk to other people.
Yeah, it's so
You know.
cool. It's
I
so
love that
cool
too.
because like this festival, we've just noticed how many awesome people are here, and I know it's and I said this on a little short video I did the other day, and I know it's about the Vans, but it really isn't about the Vans. It's about the peace and the love first, and this community.
The
It's
community.
like we have met amazing people this weekend, and I mean we've done a lot of music festivals and stuff like that, and there's great people at those too. But this one's different, and I love how you're doing the poems for people. So you're meeting people and finding out, so much about them, and then blessing them with this awesome poem, and which we You read it to us. We got it.
Yeah,
So we're gonna.
have it. I put it right in a safe spot.
We're gonna get a
right,
frame for
it
right
and
in
put it in
front.
the.
Yeah, I didn't want to have it in here. I put it up there where it won't be touched, and then we're gonna frame it, and we have a place I think already that we know we're
But
gonna.
it's so cool because you're creating these memories and you're doing what we're doing, just meeting awesome people and finding out a little about them and then giving them this memory, to take with them forever. So
Yeah, it's
good
fun.
good for you. I love it. It's a good thing.
It's a fun
Super
way
cool.
to write because, as a writer, as I said, I've written a number of books and stuff, and it's such a lonely job, because you got to do it on your own,
Right.
and then you don't get that feedback that you do, like as a songwriter or performer. When I do a song in front of somebody, I get feedback from them,
Right.
and I feel that energy. You don't get that as a writer. Because somebody's reading it off, in a van somewhere or wherever by themselves, and you don't get that. But doing it the way I do, that interactive poetry, where I can take a moment and 10 minutes and write a poem and then read it to them and have that experience, it's like, that's just
it's
like
awesome.
priceless. It
Yes.
really is. It's amazing. I just did one for Chelsea, and she just had this explosive reaction.
I
And she
can
starts
imagine. I
beating
love
all over
Chelsea.
And then she's like, this is like my second most prized possession now. I'm going to duct tape it to the roof of the van.
Duct tape. That's
Duct
even
tape,
better.
oh my God.
I know. I'm like thinking of like a beautiful frame.
I know, no.
Duct tape's even better.
Duct tape is even better.
And
it'll
there's
last
plenty
longer.
of space on the roof,
I
so
know.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like once you have everything in there's not a lot of space on the wall. So
Yeah, but it's fun doing it on the typewriter. So it's a one-of-a-kind work of art. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that some people do appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes.
But I also appreciate that some people only have $1 and that's all they can spend. So,
Right.
but sooner or later, it's gonna be somebody with $100. They always come along. So
Aw.
it's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, works out well.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, speaking of it, okay, so at Peace, Love, and Vans, how did you get involved with?
Oh, well, Zach is the owner, or not the owner, but he's the guy who started this whole deal.
Right.
He started Van Life Outfitters, and then eventually started the Peace, Love, and Vans thing, and so now that's one of his main things. And so early on, he invited me to come to the very first year. I wasn't able to come to the first year, but this is my third year
And the
now.
first year was what, 2020?
What? Well, no, wait, 20, what is this
It's
year?
been 3, right?
So we got to subtract 2020. I'm not good at
Has
math.
it been 3 years?
This is the fourth year.
Oh, 4th year.
So
Yes.
it's been-
It's the
22.
third year I've been here, but the
22.
fourth year it's happened. So anyway, so yeah, he kept inviting me to come out and do the Leafy Lounge,
Okay.
and so I would just kind of host out there and,
So you
and play
started with
music.
the music?
Yeah,
just
started
to
with
do
the
music,
music,
okay.
and then of course I'd travel with my typewriter. So the first year I was here, it rained the whole weekend, and so I just sat up on the stage in the shade. And with my typewriter up there, and I had a few people come and get poems from me,
so
and
it
then
just started
and then it
like
cleared
that.
out by the evening, and then we went out and did Leafy Lounge, and I did music there. So this year, he reached out to me and asked if I could do it, and I said, okay, but I want a main stage show. So I got to do Saturday
Yes,
at
I
noon,
saw that. That was
start the
awesome.
day off,
That
and
was
so
great.
it was really fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then now I'm talking to them about doing Colorado as well. So
Nice.
we'll see if they'll go pony up for that, but we'll see. what
We
happens.
do hope to make it out to Colorado.
I hope so.
If not this year, next year. Definitely
Yeah,
planning for
definitely. It's in the plan.
that. Yeah.
There you go.
2 years.
There could be always next
Maybe.
year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
it's
like,
not
I
as
mean,
easy
Could
as
be
this
this
one.
year.
Yeah.
From what I've heard of planning it, that one is a lot
Apparently-
harder. This one than this one is.
Is it the first one, or was last year the first one in Colorado?
I don't know. I
Oh.
think maybe this year is the first one, but I'm not sure.
I'm hearing. I thought there was already one, but I think I heard that
Yeah.
it is going to be the
I
first
think
one.
maybe there was.
I'm
but I
hoping
could-
there'll be another one next
We could
year.
imagine that. I don't know.
Unless we somehow work
I
it out
haven't
together.
seen any evidence on YouTube. I've just seen like the promo of the
Right.
Colorado one, so I don't think they've
Right.
had it yet. Like this will be the first one, which would be amazing to be able to go to that one.
I know.
So maybe you never know.
You never know.
Never know.
Could be in the works.
Yeah. Either way, I hope I see you guys down the road somewhere.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me on the Hunny Hive.
Yes, thank you, and
Yeah.
we'll definitely see you next year. If if not in Colorado, we'll be here definitely.
Yeah, I'll probably still be back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot of fun.
awesome.
Thank
Well,
you
thanks
so
for hanging with the Hunns, and
Sure.
we'll see you next time. Coming from not live from Peace, Love, and Vans, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Awesome.
Sweet, thanks.
These are troubled times we're going through, and every one of us has so much to do. It can be so hard to know just where to start. So feel your breath with a it is, giving you life so you can live. Every little thing starts with the beat of your own heart. Now the human race is off and running. Some of us are kind, and some of us are cunning, and some of us just don't know where we belong. So if you see a need that you can fulfill, there's joy in the service, joy in the skill. Every little thing you do makes us all strong. Every little thing they say and do, every why, how, and when, it comes back to who. Be somebody makes the world a better place. Offer up a smile or a helping hand. Spread a little love to every woman and man. Every little thing's a little step in the human race. Everywhere you look, trouble abounds in every little city, every little town. Every little thing seems bigger than it really is. And every little thing has every little thing, and every little silk and something to cling to. They try to figure out every little thing that's hers and his. And every little person's trying to figure out every little question and every little doubt, and every little thing that we don't understand. We all feel alone in this great big world. It don't matter if we're a boy or a girl. Spread a little love to every woman, every man. Every little thing they say and do, and why, how, when, it comes back to who. Be somebody makes the world a better place. Offer up a smile or a helping hand. Spread a little love to every woman and man. Every little thing's a little step in the human race. Every little thing's complexer than it needs to be. You and me and he and she say we. This big old earth is one big family tree. And every little thing you give makes us all more free. So as simple as it feels, it may